And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now a 3-time 1,000-yard rusher, Joe Mixon. And it's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A nice gain of 21 yards.
So the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
And Burrow going to slide to the ground as he does pick up the first down.
Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
11. 12.
Now it's Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
He will push his way down to about the 14. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. It's caught on the right side of Smith. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Mixon.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Mixon again.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
3rd and goal. Burrow.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And we are tied at 7.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here's Moore. He will return it. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
They run with a second-year man. It's Kenneth Walker. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Smith. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep for Cincinnati, the rookie Charlie Jones. This is fielded at the 7. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
11 MT.
And they go play action now. Burrow. Throw right side into the hands of the tight end, Sample.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. This pass complete to Higgins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First catch of the game by Higgins, and he's got his guys a 1st down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
11 MT, Casey. 11 MT, 11 Mighty. 11 Mighty.
7-7, our score after 1.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
11. Stop.
Burrow looking to pass. Throw left side, complete to Chase. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap.
Here we go.
The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
12.
They go play action with Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. The Bengals hit a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a third down. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Come on, guys, pick it up.
Here we go. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. Here's Burrow. He's got it. Touchdown. Irv Smith Jr. 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And McPherson on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Play action. It's Smith. They'll roll him out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Geno down to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. It's a big play there for Seattle. 61 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
Trying the left side with Walker. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Second and 6. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 3rd down and 1. They'll try for the first with Walker. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, You just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Pete Carroll, no stranger to rolling the dice. He'll roll it again. 4th down, they're going for it. Here we go on 4th. Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Cincinnati. 64 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality? Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get it all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Looking deep here for Chase. And that's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Ja'Marr Chase with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here's Moore. He will return it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A gain of 21 yards. First down.
On first down, Smith. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 41.
It certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
Looking deep here for Chase. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Here we go. 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Mixon will get it to start the second half. Up to the 20.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Play action. It's Burrow. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Burrow changing things up here. On 3rd down, Mixon pushes past him. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 53 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
11 MT tape.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A gain of 32 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Back back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
What my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Burrow, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Seahawks take over at 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Smith. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
So 2nd and 10, third quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
No gain on the play.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith rolling to his right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They snap it to Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught at the 20. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Now 2nd and 3. From the gun, here's Smith. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there with an amazing diving catch. And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Looking deep here for Chase. Oh, first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. He's on his way. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
After the interception, here's Smith. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Throwing now is Geno. The quick slant caught. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Walker is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Again, Walker. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
Now Smith on 3rd and goal. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
On 4th down, Smith. Flush to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Bengals are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Here's 2nd and 10. An option handoff here to Mixon. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Bengals bring out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
1st down, Seattle.
Middle. Keep on the end zone. Stretch.
Off of play action, here's Smith. Steps away. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Out of the gun, Smith. It's caught inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Geno. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's going to let this go for the end zone.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 33 yards.
And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead will be cut down to 14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. On 2, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, there he goes, right side.
Big strides, look at him go.
And finally wrestled down at the 11. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give them maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
11, 11, 11, 11. 11, mighty. 11,
And the pitch goes to Mixon. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Evan McPherson on for the field goal. A 23-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on field goal.
What a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
And we'll find the open man. That's complete.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
First down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Smith now to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Back to throw, Smith. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Third and long, it's Smith. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Smith will stay out there. The offense is going to go here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. That one looks like he'll throw here. Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he is out of bounds here.
68 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, Why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
Here we go.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Bengals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses. They stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long, letting the rest of the league take notice.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here's Moore. He will return it. And he returns this to the 22.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Smith, this throw finds Smith and Jigba. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're...
He finds Smith and Jigba in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks get a bit closer. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will not make it to the goal line. The defense holds him here. And this is still a 3-score game as the lead remains 18. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Here we go.
Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and this one, they've been in control. But they earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner,